I'm a sucker for a cozy game, so when I caught wind of Luma Island and found out there was a free demo, I felt legally obligated to play it over the weekend. If you pay attention to the cozy genre at all, you would know that there's already been quite a lot of releases in 2024. But what really caught my eye about Luma is that you're not just a farmer. The game lets you pick from a handful of professions, each with their own difficulty. The choices so far are cook, brewer, treasure hunter, blacksmith, archaeologist, jewelry crafter, and fisherman. And those last two are labeled as harder than the first four. I chose the treasure hunter and was pleasantly surprised to find that it comes with a pettable dog that can sniff out treasures. And just a quick tip, you can only pet the dog when you're not holding a tool. I kept trying to pet the dog, I was upset that you couldn't pet the dog, and then I switched from my axe and stuff to just one of the resources, and I was finally able to pet that dog. But I'm not sure if any of the other professions come with a pet. But if not, it's definitely a nice perk to being Indiana Jones / Nathan Drake / Lara Croft. Beyond the pet, however, I didn't find much of a big reason why you would need to specialize in anything. It seems like everyone gets a whip, everyone can raid tombs and craft torches and such. Now this could just be because of the demo's length. Games in this genre tend to be a slow burn, and Luma's demo only gives you about 4 in-game days to explore. So it could be that the big differences for each profession will show themselves at some point after that day. Although I have a feeling that professions are just there to dictate your quests and not much of the general moment-to-moment gameplay. And one of the reasons I chose Treasure Hunter was because in the character creator, I'd already kind of accidentally made my guy look like a pirate without prior knowledge of the professions. But speaking of customization, Feel Free Games, we need some African American hairstyles. There is nothing close to any type of curly style, and there isn't even a simple buzz cut, just all straight hair as far as the eye can see. This obviously doesn't take away from gameplay, but I would love to see more hairstyles that go with the darker skin so I can actually play, role play as an African American male. I kind of felt pushed into being a Caucasian guy just because I felt like the hair didn't really match what I was going for. And honestly, I would even take one of these hairstyles that have been memed to hell because they just keep being put in games nowadays. But I would take this hairstyle over nothing at all. So Feel Free Games, if you have some extra time on your hands, one of the future updates, we could use some hairstyles like that. Something that does affect gameplay, however, is the map, and I really don't like Luma Island's map. Navigation for the first quest into town is simple due to the ferry-like trail leading you to your destination, but I wasn't ever able to activate that again. Which is a shame because without it, I really found navigating to be tough. And I know this pain point can be solved by just playing more and then therefore learning the area, but having a good map that could be clicked into or zoomed in on would be great. A game changer. On the positive side of things again, I really enjoyed the dialogue in this demo, especially the almost self-aware, poking fun at farming sims dialogue that Herbert says.
Now wait, let me guess. You had a stressful job on the mainland, and it made you feel unfulfilled and empty inside, so you quit your job, came here, and bought old man Jeffrey's caravan on a whim? How quaint. I'm sure your parents are thrilled. But who am I to judge? I stamp documents for a living.
And the last thing I want to mention here is that I really wish the game had a jump button. I know, Fae Farm and Fields of Mystria have spoiled me, but there's just so many times I wish I could just hop over something, especially when thick patches of grass or weeds or whatever will slow your character down. I just kind of want to hop over it, but not a big deal, not a deal breaker. It would just be kind of nice. Anyway, if you've played Luma Island, let me know what you think of the game down in the comments. Personally, I'm not sold yet, if you couldn't tell by this video, but I want to keep an eye on this game as it gets closer to its release on November 20th and afterwards to see how it grows, what type of updates and, just the community around it and also the price point. And I might jump in and see what's up. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.